All right, we got the Jazz, we got the Suns. Let's do this.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This NBA season in full swing, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. He's excited. Kenny is here. He's excited.
Hi,
We're just
Ernie.
happy to.
I'm sure you're all excited, but we got a lot of things to
That's a
straighten
great
out.
look at our location tonight. The home of the Suns here in downtown Phoenix. And with pregame routines coming to an... Thank you, David. And you can see the talent that the Suns have, but, you know, Doris, something they'll need to work on is a lack of discipline.
Agreed, Kevin, and that lack of discipline can manifest itself in a couple of areas. Number one, they fouled too much. They were last in the league in that category. And how about this for a bad combination? One, they don't generate a lot of assists. And two, they were the worst in the league when it came to turnovers. Hard to win when all that's going on.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Jazz, Hood and Ingles filling out the perimeter. Whiteside is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Wall in at the point.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Whiteside a screen. Shot off the pick. They grab their own miss, and he makes good on the layup.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And Lamb kicks to Cantor. First quarter, just over a minute played. Good work defensively by Whiteside. On the wing, Ingles. Goes back up, and it's laid in by Whiteside.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Well, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
Lamb with the ball, now guarded by Hood. Cantor against Randle. The shot's good from Cantor. All with it. The pass to Ingles. The dish now to Whiteside. Randle passes to Whiteside. Clock at 6. With some arc. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And a wide open look for Lamb. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Doris, you respect the art of the assist. You always have that's part of your DNA. In the NBA now, which guys, in your opinion, are the most fun to watch in terms of their playmaking ability?
Well, I'd be interested in your take on this, but you could make the case that it's a non-point guard who's the best pure passer in the NBA. When a guy like LeBron James is differentiating between teammates about how they want to make the catch. One guy wants the ball in the seams, one guy doesn't care, and LeBron James goes to try to fit the needs of those players. Kev, come on, how good is that?
Well, it's the best. And you know what? I think we talk about a positionless game. I think everybody's got that nice ability to pass the ball. And I think they've even taken more to an art form where they take pride in the way they set up a teammate. The passing has never been better.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
And Rodney Hood selected with the 23rd pick in the 2014 draft by Utah. What a great pickup for the Jazz. Wow.
Well, we're talking about a 6'8" shooting guard with a high skill level. And when Rodney Hood is aggressive and confident, he can be a major impact player in the league.
All free throws good from Hood. And Rodney Hood played one season at Mississippi State, then transferred, played another season at Duke. A good floor spacer, Greg, at 6'8".
You know, it's his in-between game that impresses me. Able to beat his man off the dribble. He can hit that little pull-up or drop it off to a teammate. This guy continues to improve.
The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. At the line for 2. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, Enes Kanter continues to prove his worth, guys. An outstanding player on the offensive end.
And Kanter drops them both. And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench. A great array of post moves to pick from.
Leonard, that's for 2. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And Wall kicks to Hood. Randall with a screen for Wall. Picked by Randall. Whiteside, a screen on Bledsoe. Here's Wall. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Wall's got his first bucket of the night.
It just comes off so aggressively. Wall so hard to guard.
Bledsoe against Wall. There's the pick. Bledsoe dishes to Lamb. Kanter with a screen on Wall. Jumper off the screen. The shot comes out. It's all tied in Phoenix. And back in a moment as we'll get underway. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, now here's Bledsoe. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Jeremy Lamb out there with Bledsoe. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Portis in at the 4. Who's out there for Phoenix.
Count the players on one hand more dangerous in transition than John Wall.
And the Utah Jazz back in 2014, the worst defensive team in the league by points per possession. Greg, it's been a dramatic turnaround.
One of the premier defensive teams now in our league in terms of their imposing paint presence. Not a team that gambles for steals or deflections. They keep you in front and force you to play over the top.
Utah leading. The wide open look here for Ingles. And the 3 off target. Lamb with the ball. He's picked up by Whiteside. Outside for Bledsoe. Bledsoe with another miss. And now Utah, fast break. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta. Wall's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
And Lamb kicks to Leonard. Over Ingles. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Leonard against Ingles. Kicks it to Wall. Picked by Randall. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hood. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And we're able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
Well, it happens sometimes, obviously, where you don't shoot it well. And when your offense is out of sync, you have to gut it out on the other side of the ball.
Now here's Lamb. Goodbye, Hood. No good from Lamb. Jazz leading by 5. And it's Wall in the corner. And the Jazz, another 3.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Lamb kicks to Kanter. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Now Wall. His last outing, he had 8 points. To the inside. Randall passes to Whiteside. Ingles dishes the Wall. Here's Whiteside, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
2 flagrants.
And Kevin,
That's only the first half.
Dangerous
Wow.
play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way. As much as you just saw him do there, glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Now with Whiteside, no matter what he is doing, he is always setting the tone. The way he goes about defending the rim, it's like he's taking it personally that these guys are not going to score on.
And you know what? He's a tone setter defensively. He gives his group confidence when he's on the floor. And, you know, teams are starting to realize you simply do not go at Whiteside. The block numbers might be down, but his defensive impact is as high as ever.
Here's Lamb. No good again that time.
Well, I'll tell you, still looking for that first three of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first.
Randall kicks to Ingles. Outside a screen. Outside Wall. Over Bledsoe. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 12.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
He dishes it to Lamb. Passes it to Leonard. Baseline jumper. The shot misses.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Nothing they're doing on the...
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. The second quarter was all theirs. Major uptick in offensive and defensive. And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moment.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. So on the floor for Utah, Hood and Ingles filling out the perimeter. Randall out there with Whiteside, and it's Wall in at the point. Here's Leonard. The baseline jumper goes down. Leonard's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Suns. And Wall kicks to Randall. Whiteside a screen. You ended a very successful college career a few years before professional women's basketball was fully established. How much do you wish you could have had a chance to go pro and play in what is now the WNBA?
How about this, Kev? The last 10 minutes of my senior season, the last 10 minutes of my final game, I blow out my knee. Otherwise, I would have gone to either Sweden or Ireland to play professionally. But sure, of course I wish the WNBA was formed. It came 10 years after my graduation in 1987. Oh, what could have been.
Yeah. And Doris is thriving, right? I mean, there is such a following for the WNBA.
Last year's finals may be the most competitive in history. It's really grown leaps and bounds.
So fun to watch. Pass to Portis. Bledsoe against Wall. Shot clock at 6. Tries from 16. Bledsoe with another miss.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
He kicks it to Leonard. Pass to Portis. They set the pick. Here's Lamb. Over Hood. And again, it's the Suns missing.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And it's Wall in the corner. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, he's kept them in balance tonight. This guy's shooting has put them in front. You know, I think we can get intoxicated with the offensive end where John Wall is just so stellar at the point guard position. But this guy's athleticism allows him to be disruptive on the defensive end. He does a great job creating turnovers.
And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Suns.
And despite the deficit, you know, their front line has battled and provided a sizable majority of their offense. They are holding up their end. They just need that backcourt to step up.
Bledsoe kicks to Lamb. A 3-ball. And the Suns miss again. And Doris, the turnovers you mentioned that Wall creates that are so valuable, he'll knock a ball loose and convert on the other end.
Well, he can do so many things on the defensive end, right, Kev? The steals have always been there. He's one of the best shot blockers at the point guard position because of his athleticism and his ability to come up with those chase down blocks with the speed and wingspan. Truly a thing of beauty.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it, the fast break chance. Basket good. Wall's got 5 points now this quarter.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
Cantor with a screen on Wall. Here's Bledsoe. The pass to Portis. Oh, we're going to see an ejection here, guys. Oh, boy, that's his second flagrant one foul of the game.
Uh-oh.
And that's going to do it.
And it's a much earlier end to this game for him than he would have wanted. He brought it on himself, though, Kevin. I mean, 2 fouls that were way too forceful.
Hey, G, the official's not cutting him any slack on the second one, but that usually is the way it goes. You know, once you've crossed the line and committed the first flagrant, there's a zero-tolerance policy. We all know that. When
is he just sitting on?
And Utah making a change here. Fareed is checked in. And for a Jazz team that had patiently built itself into one of the top teams, how tough is it, Doris, to lose a player like Gordon Hayward?
Well, it's brutal. He was their best player, an all-star, a huge blow. Because you think about Utah fans who have harbored concerns historically about the team's ability to retain star talent. This will feed those doubts, Kev.
Here's Cantor. And finally they hit one. Cantor's got 6.
You must crowd Cantor when he is in the mid-range. He is a knockdown shooter.
Wall passes to Ingles. Fareed outside. He feeds it to Whiteside. Shot from the wing. Rebound by the Suns. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's a good screen. Bledsoe kicks to Lamb from deep 3-point range, and the miss. And so it's the Utah Jazz feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the... It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. Right back after this break. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Our activity defensively has been great. Active hands. Okay, the other thing is it's allowing us the defensive rebound.
And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Utah leading by 17. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Jeremy Lamb out there at Bledsoe. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Portis in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Ingles dishes to Hood. Back to Ingles. A 3-ball. Nailed from 3-point land. Ingles has got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Jazz. There's a screen by Cantor. Bledsoe kicks to Leonard over Ingles. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
He puts on his playmaking hat, and Bledsoe very unselfish there.
Utah has gone to 3-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Doris, so much offense is perimeter generated right now. What, if anything, could get us back to running more plays, say, through the post?
Do you think we could reinvent Hakeem Olajuwon or perhaps Patrick Ewing or
I
Bill
wish we
Russell?
could. I wish we could.
Because I know this.
Good point.
Every time I walk by a pickup game on the outside, you see guys sprinting to the 3-point line and looking to be Steph Curry.
I know. And the Suns call time here. And Doris, we know basketball is a team game, but fans and media alike love to focus on the stars. What do you think is the psychology behind that?
You know, Kevin, I think you and I certainly admire watching talent. And it doesn't matter what shape that talent takes. It could be a Broadway star doing their thing on a nightly basis, sometimes twice a day. For us, to watch somebody that we know has paid a price to be great is really special. And so those who are best at what they do are that because they put in the time. And who couldn't admire the work that's required of that?
What I like about your broadcasting, Doris, you never get distracted by the stars. They're obviously there, but I love the way you encompass the entire team and aren't just fixated on just that big name player that maybe the average fan is.
Yeah, I think sometimes people forget NBA stars because they are so great and can seem like Supermen. They're people like everybody else.
Off the pick. There's Portis, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And Wall kicks to Ingles. There's the screen. Feeds it to Whiteside. Shoots over Cantor. Whiteside, no good.
Well, the defense paying no attention at all to him, and all he can do is throw up a brick. Ouch.
Bledsoe kicks to Lamb. 1:49 left in the fourth. Passes it to Portis. Baseline try. He gets it in there.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Ball against Bledsoe. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. Doris, I've heard you talk often about instituting a play clock from the very beginnings of someone learning the game of basketball.
Kevin, I think this is absolutely critical to the future of the game of basketball here in the United States, because the Europeans right now, from the formative stages, from the youngest someone picks up the game of basketball, play under duress of the shot clock. And the reason that's important is you must be a three-tool player to play under duress of the shot clock, meaning you've got to be a triple threat. You've got to be able to pass it, dribble it, and shoot it. And to do that with the pressure of a shot clock leaning in on you from those earliest moments is significant. And I know I have the backing of guys like R.C. Buford and Rick Carlisle. They believe, more important than me, intelligent basketball people believe that in the United States, we must institute a shot clock from the time guys and young women pick up the game.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Utah.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Hassan Whiteside.
And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Stolen by Ginobili. And Ginobili with a clear path to the rack.
Oh,
and it's Mono
that's
Ginobili
dirty.
with the finish.
Just
I'll tell you, when you're the
dribbled
visiting
out,
team,
man.
it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg.
Kawhi with 24, Cantor with 18, Portis with 15 and 21. Ty Lawson in 2 minutes had more points than Jeremy Lamb and Eric Bledsoe. In fact, Eric Bledsoe had the most Kevin Love stat line you could probably have. 0 for 5. Lamb going 1 for 10. Just good grief. Jazz. John Wall doing John Wall type of things. 51 points, 12 boards, 9 assists. Hassan Whiteside with 27 and 18. Hood 21, 9, 9. Jingles with 9, 9 and 3. Boris Diaw had more points than Randall in 10 less minutes. Ginobili had a garbage time layup. I think pretty much everyone scored on the team except for Reed and Van Vliet. Julius Randle, kind of disappointed with you with that 6 points, 12 boards, and that great 2 flagrants. I mean, man, just why you gotta be playing dirty? That ain't right. But you know the drill, paint wars. Get to the paint, score. And score some more.